A lot of time, effort, disappointment, patience, all this goes into growing our own food. If it was as easy as just planting a seed and just watching it grow, that would be awesome. But it isn't. It's a lot of hard work, especially if you're trying to grow your own food in a dry climate like ours in Portugal. You have to make sure that the plants are in a good place, they have enough shade, they have enough water to get them through the day, because sometimes they really struggle towards the end of the day. Then there's the maintenance when they start growing, cutting off the bottom leaves that touch the soil so they don't spread disease, keeping pests and bugs off them, having the patience for the upkeep and dealing with the disappointments when it doesn't go quite well. This is gardening for you. It's rewarding, it's full of amazing moments, but it's also full of disappointing moments. You can have one good year and then the next year is terrible. It's just, you never know. And then throughout the growing season, you're constantly harvesting your vegetables and your fruit before it spoils on the plant. Saving seeds. And then if everything goes really well, you have extra stuff left over and then you can preserve it too. So all this takes time, but it is rewarding and it is amazing. But we are not there yet. Right now we're in the maintenance period, and since everything started growing and climbing, it's time to maintain everything, to make sure everything's growing properly and to give it the best chance to thrive in the garden. Before we start maintaining our garden, it's great news. It's fig season and we love it. Last week we went to our friend Meraid and Dan's house in the mountains, and while there we picked a lot of delicious plums. And after eating quite a few of them, we decided to make prunes with the rest.
So all I did was cut them all the way around, but because they're quite fleshy I didn't want to lose all the meat to take off the stone, so I was going to dry them like this. And then I just made a solution of spring water and lemon juice just to minimize the oxidation from where you cut it. And now we're just going to put them out here in the sun for probably a week, I would guess, but we'll see when they're actually dry. They can be slightly touching, and then as they dehydrate over the next few days we'll move them so they're not touching, so they can dry evenly all over. Just make sure that there's none on top of each other, you know, so you have them one layer. Okay, sun, work your magic. Take one by random, very soft still.
2 days later and they were sun drying quite nicely. But then all of a sudden the weather flipped, and from hot summer weather it became cold, windy and very, very rainy. So we got in the plums before they start to spoil and we put them in our dehydrator. We kept our dehydrator on all day and just turned it off at night. And our tiny home smelled amazing for the next 3 days. We decided to take out the seed after we dried them because we thought we'd lose quite a bit trying to take it off like that. We'll end up with a bunch of cuts. And I think it's cleaning up quite nicely. Another huge sucker. Look at this one. Starts from here. It goes all the way up to there.
They grow so quick, eh?
Because I wasn't touching them after that storm. You know, so everything that was ruined can kind of get revived. Sucker.
Suckers!
So what I'm doing now is just planting them into the ground and hoping for the best. Some like this and some like this.
Some
Here.
like what? Oh, some like this?
Some like this.
Oh, like that.
And then some like this.
So you get more roots.
Yeah. The lower branches of the tomato plants tend to get diseased first. So I have removed a few inches of lower branches. I have also taken off quite a few suckers. If I left every sucker, those suckers will turn into vines, and each vine will have fruit on it. So each vine will need water and nutrients from the plant. And then the whole plant won't have enough energy to make the fruit really big. So now, after maintaining it, taking care of these tomato plants, all the energy can go into producing fruit rather than a lot of foliage. Wow, that's nice and thick. I wish they take. I watched all these videos of them just pulling them out and sticking them in the ground, and I tried it with just putting them in water, but they didn't get roots. They died before they got roots. So we'll see if it works just straight in the ground.
Is this another sucker as well here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. I bought 3 star jasmine, and they smell awesome. Now these are hardy, they can withstand the frost, and they're pretty good in drought conditions as well. And I thought, since all my homemade flowers are falling apart, I thought I might as well put some real ones instead. Now they don't have what do you call them, tendrils to actually grab on and to trail up on their own, so you do have to kind of trail them up yourself. First things first, let's dig a hole, or 2 or 3 even. Sweet, I'm pretty happy with that. Can't wait till it's completely covered.
We have been having some crazy weather lately. Last day of June, and it's been raining, it's been cold, it's been amazing for summer. And because of the very wet ground, look what the piggies have been doing. They're actually going to drop this wall eventually, but Luke's put barbed wire, so hopefully they won't get out. Peppa, you want more? Yes. Just for baby pie here, Peppa. Baby pie. Peppa. Peppa. Oh. Here, babies, here. Oh my goodness, it's finished. It's finished. I know, it was delicious. I will tell Daddy to make you more next time. Okay. It's finished. The coleslaw was a hit. No, it's finished now. Peppa wants to finish that, huh? Baby pie. Oh. Wow. My little girl you were, now you're a big girl. Now you're a big girl, solid baby. No biting, huh? Maggie's baby. Maggie's last baby.
We did get a bunch of rain this week, and a lot of them are ruined in the burst. So they will go to Peppa and the pigs. To pick them, it's really tricky, eh? There'll be so many hiding at different levels. I normally go around 3 times and look at different heights. Not a bad haul. Now I just sort out what's for the pigs and what's for us, and then I'll freeze them and then add them to our other frozen ones because they freeze really well. Not bad. And we eat a lot of them, so this isn't all we've harvested so far this year, but that's great. There's about 1.5 kilos, I would say. Sweet!
Robbers, have some. They're good for you. I never used to think like this before, but when I went to Meraid's place and Dan, they have things in front of the roots, in front of the plants to keep them from burning with this hot sun that we have. So normally I would have put this at the back, so everything goes to the back and the front gets all the sun it can get. And like this, once it grows, it's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna be covered with these beautiful flowers and cucumbers, and it will protect the lettuce and the roots from getting burnt. So I think this is gonna work out really well.
Decided to freeze those green beans. Just get my ice bath ready before. Just gonna blanch them for 10 seconds. Whoopa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've just spent all day digging out this drainage pipe. I say drainage, but it's just from our bathroom sink and shower. So I had it wrapped in manta thermica, thermal blanket, to protect the holes that I have drilled in the bottom. But it just got disintegrated over the past 4 years, and all the roots of this wild mint blocked all the holes and blocked my pipe. So I had to dig it all out. It took me ages, and I made the holes slightly bigger, and then instead of using manta thermica, I wrapped it in anti-rooting material, which I think is better. And yeah, it's all zip tied up, and now I just got a bunch of gravel. So instead of soil, I'm going to put gravel. I think it'll be better, so I'll have less roots. But that's another job done in the garden. Well, I say done. Tell you, I strangled myself like 50 times today with these washing lines. Okay, done. Hopefully that'll last longer than 4 years. What was it? 4 years, I think.